Well, hey everybody. Actually, no, cats, right? Hello, game cats. This is Dez. I feel weird addressing you folks directly because I don't normally do that. I'm kind of speaking to Brian most of the time, but we get this chance to have a little platform, and apparently, you folks want to hear what I have to say. So, I'm sorry. So this week, I kind of wanted to talk about something. It's, I guess, vaguely gaming related, and that is taste. I know it's kind of a weird thing. We're, especially on Gaming Without Parole, but kind of in the whole Without Parole Games family, we do talk a lot about older games. Older consoles. For instance, we just finished wrapping one of our 3DO episodes right now, and we've talked about all sorts of older games and older consoles, and hey, aren't old things great? But that does get us into kind of a dangerous place, and that's nostalgia, which is kind of what I want to talk about right now. If you sort of know your Latin roots, nostalgia actually means pain. The gia root at the end, think like neuralgia or fibromyalgia. It means, it's a medical term for something that causes pain. And nostalgia basically means the pain from thinking about home. So even though kind of in modern usage, nostalgia has all these nice connotations of like, oh, things were cool back then, I think it's important to remember that, we do like to think back at how great things were in the past. But the problem with the flip side of that is we start to think about how crappy things are now. And things aren't really crappy now. Things are, in a lot of ways, a lot better than they have been. I think it's really important when we're talking about these games and all that we don't let this kind of false image of the past is somehow inherently better color what we're talking about. It sort of leads into this other idea that has really kind of been challenging me a lot lately, and that's the idea that not everything is for you. The biggest example I can think of was when the Transformers movies came out. There were people my age who were saying, "You ruined my childhood," or when the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies came out, with Michael Bay behind the wheel, "You ruined my childhood. They raped my childhood." And they didn't. Okay? Your childhood is still fine. Your memories of the past are still fine. These movies they're making, they're not necessarily for you. Okay? Well, it turns out the Mutant Ninja Turtles movies weren't really for anyone, but that's beside the point. They're trying to appeal to a new market of 8-year-olds who really don't know what they're talking about and will watch anything shiny, which is what you did, what I did when we were little. We watched the Transformers cartoon. We watched Thundercats. We watched G.I. Joe. And we think back at those as being amazing. But if you sit back and watch them, they're not that great. But our memories of being a kid and how awesome all that stuff was get all mixed in with the content we watched. We have our memories of our feelings of enjoying it when we were kids color our current feelings of them. And I think it's really, it's something we want to keep in mind. There is so much media coming out for us today, coming out for everyone. I mean, we're living in a world where superhero movies are massive box office successes. I mean, if you told me, high school me that I would be watching, and not only me, but everyone else around me would be looking forward to the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I would have thought you were insane. So we're living at this time where all this stuff is coming out. And, there's a certain number of us who have kind of been used to media coming out just for us. For us geeks, we grew up like Spider-Man was ours, the X-Men were ours, the Avengers were ours, Batman, Superman, these things were ours. We were protective of it because we were, kind of disliked or thought of as strange or unusual because we liked those things. So we're very protective of them. And now those things are going out and becoming popular everywhere. And it's very tempting to say, no, you're not a real fan, or you don't like it the way I did, or all these other things. When in reality, the more everyone likes these things, the more they're going to get made. So cool your jets a little bit, Don't complain about, oh, this person is wrecking my childhood. Well, your childhood is over. It's in the past. Okay? It can't be wrecked. It may not have been awful. I mean, it may not have been great. Some of us have that problem. But the things that were good about it are still going to be good, no matter what version of Spider-Man comes out this month. So I guess that's my first kind of soapboxy Letterbox entry. And as a Letterbox entry should be, it is full of crap. So thanks for listening. If you like what I talked about there, let me know. If not, let me know also. I kind of have some ideas. I'm a professional magician. If you want to hear more about magic, leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you want to hear more about fencing, that's something else I'm interested in and kind of want to talk about, leave a comment down there as well. All right. So have a great week, and thanks for listening. And as always, go ahead. This right now is coming out to everyone for free, but eventually these Litterbox episodes are going to be just for Patreon subscribers. So if you like what you see and you don't want to miss out on any more in the future, go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon page. All right. Thanks so much. This was Dezrah.